Hello and welcome to another Kingshot video. Today we are going to be talking about the most recent event that has dropped in the world of Kingshot, and that is the Thanksgiving event. Now we're going to go through some tips and some tricks, and we're also going to look at how when events line up, you really need to cash in on them. And I'm going to show you how I've done that today. So I'm actually in credit on gems today, and I have probably swept on auto for beasts because it's the beast day on the Thanksgiving event probably nearly 1,000 times. So I did have some stamina reserves, but to be honest, most of it I've gotten back from gems, and it's because of how the events line up. So we're going to go through the event itself, and then we're going to go into the tips into how you kind of maximize that stamina usage or just chain events together really nicely. So first of all, let's go into the actual event. First things first, you have feast preparations. So at the end of this timer, there is a feast, and whichever of the alliance rankings end up in the top 10, you get to go for the feast at whichever table it is. We're currently sat in 7th. I don't think we'll move up, if I'm being honest. I think we'll probably end up sitting around about 7th, which is fine. It's our first ever time doing this, so we'll be okay with that. In the personal rankings for cooking, I have moved up to 65 today, and that is mainly due to the fact that I have swept that many things today that I've got 700 free food pouches. And these food pouches you can claim from your inventory, or you can claim it straight from the event itself. You just press on it and you can claim all the food items. Hopefully then you can make a few more dishes. You can see I have these saved up, and that is because at the moment this thumbs up is only on this one and this one. It changes every day. You get extra points for these ones. You get these extra 10 for both the personal rewards and for your alliance rewards. You obviously have to cook the items like so, and then I'm basically just leaving them sat in my inventory. I do have one that I can do now, which is this one, and I will then hopefully submit this like so, and then I'm on 290, which is really annoying. I think though, because you can also request items from people in your alliance, I think that means unless I've just spent something, so I can't actually make another one. So I will try and give someone an ingredient shortly and get another one of these. So I've got plenty of meals left to cash in. Like I say, I have moved up to 63 today. On these chests, by the way, and these are the rewards that I've got. These are great chests, and this is why I feel like I've had a good day today chaining events together. So I've got all these rewards from chests today, and I've been doing it while AFK because I'm basically just sweeping mobs all day long using the auto sweep feature. So that's been pretty nice. That's the first part of the Thanksgiving event. Really sort of enjoyed that a little bit. Really, it's nice to see these kind of events in games where they come around so regularly that it actually seems to matter. You then have this kind of Thanksgiving rally, a bit like the hero rally really. More points you gain, the more stuff you get. Again, there's a pay part of the pack where you get some extra items. It claims 4,000%, but reality is only certain people are probably going to need some of these, so questionable, I would probably say. We'll go to the Patron of Plenty last, but we'll go to the Autumn Anthem part of it. I have one of these left. We'll probably clear this while we're on, because I'll probably go through the arena and do my last 5 challenges today. Obviously, there's top-up benefits. There is always these things with these events. It's pretty cool that you get this funky sort of chicken on a scooter type thing. Or I suppose it's actually a turkey. Duh, it's Thanksgiving. There you go. So the Turkey Terminator even tells me at the top. Probably try reading before speaking. That's one of the things. Note to self. These are all the different ways you can pick up the loots available. So I have definitely slayed enough beasts today to make that work. And like I say, at the end of it, you get to this Thanksgiving feast. And we are currently sat in 7th. So heading back to the event. Now, Patron of Plenty is a little bit like a mini Hall of Governors event. Same sort of theory. You have different events on different days. Day 1 was all about commanders and opening shards and things like that and using shards. We used quite a lot on that. We'd already saved them up, but I kind of feel like because this event's a little bit smaller than Hall of Governors, it was a good use of the shards, and it actually got me in a really good position overall. Today I've managed to move up to number 1 in the beast slaying ranking. So today is you get 30,000 points for terrors, 9,900 points for beasts. Now, from a purely stamina perspective, if this did not line up with other events, you would be better off hunting terrors all day long. You get far more points for your stamina. However, because there's a few events that have lined up quite nicely today, it's a little bit more niche than that. I would suggest, particularly when you get the food items from sweeping. So I've been able to make far more of these meals, get far more of these chests, all because of that. Someone has requested something and I don't have it. Annoying. I was hoping to open that chest. We'll keep checking in. So today we've moved into first in this one, and only just, to be honest. We are still sweeping a little bit. We will stop soon. I don't think we'll drop out the top 3, which was kind of where I'd like to sit. At the moment, I'm also third in the event overall, which I'm very happy with, but it just shows that the investors don't really use these slightly smaller events as much. I would happily take any of these though, or even the top 10. I think I'll probably end up finishing in the top 10. At the moment, technically, I have spent 0 gems on this day and on this event, so I'm pretty happy to be sat in there, and it just goes to show you that saving your shards and things to open up in these events is good. Tomorrow, I think when we get off the leaderboard, is again another hero shard day, so I will probably drop down a little bit tomorrow, but I will be opening any keys that I've got. I think I've also got some rare hero shards that I can upgrade, and I'm likely to use all my construction buffs on this particular day as well, because I just kind of think the hit for doing them is probably about right. So I'll probably be Town Centre 26 at some point tomorrow. The day after that is the troop training day. I could probably do with mathing this out, but the reality is I think I get more points because I'm on sort of tier 8 troops for my speed ups on day 3 than I do on day 4, but I could probably have done with mathing that out. It goes to show you that you should really look at your events moving forward. I've saved some Forge Hammers. I have used a few today because, again, another event lined up and I could use it with Alliance Mobilization as well. Arguably, I'll probably use a few gems that day because I'll do my arena challenges and things like that, but that'll be another light day for me, trying to free to play that part. And then we will literally gather the hell out of this day and probably try and get to the point whereby all we're doing is gathering. I don't think we'll raise much by these here for 1 point each. It's not really worth it on that day, to be honest, just because you can pick up more points on the other days. And then the last day, we'll be trying to raise our governor score if we've got any equipment. I'm hoping we should have, because I think I'll get some stuff from Alliance Championship by then. So that'll be good. And those are the 7 stages. So that's kind of the Thanksgiving event. There is 5 days left. It's been enjoyable so far. It's the first sort of thing like this that I've done in Kingshot. Obviously, only started about 35 days or so ago, so it's been good for that. And what I meant by this overlapping with other events is that, as you can see here, we have beast challenges inside Alliance Mobilization. So we've been overlapping them with training beasts all day. Also, we've been overlapping as many as we can of the sort of gathering quests if we've been gathering at the same time, because there's been another one today that's been gathering. I'll just switch a few of these around. It means people in the Alliance can hopefully pick up some different ones. I'm tapped out for the day on those. Another chest here. And then we'll go into how it all perfectly aligned today, pretty much. So I used some hero hammers on this just to make sure I maxed out to get these. That's all I did with this event today. I also then lined them up with sort of challenges from Alliance Mobilization as well. Hence, I've managed to move up to rank 2 in that. We have the Call of the Sovereign event, and shortly I will go over this, so we will get all of the rewards for that. Again, you see this lined up nicely. We've got beasts, and we've also got terrors, so it's a great day for that, and also gathering resources. We have Alliance Championship again in a few hours' time. We won a first battle this time. I'm kind of in charge of our Alliance Championship strategy currently, so big pressure, shall we say. However, I'm looking forward to sort of talking about that when we get around to the Alliance Championship video. And this is what I was talking about stamina usage, particularly on a day like this. So on a Hall of Governors style day where you've got beasts and terrors that you need to hunt, if it lines up with the Diana event, great. Now, my Diana is also already 5 stars, so I've probably reclaimed over 300 Challenger purses today for the shards themselves, for the Wolf's Feet. great use for me, and that's why I've ended up pretty much level on gems. So in today, I've been hunting beasts. I have been in alliance mobilization, doing beast challenges. I have got the Diana shards going on, and I've been picking up food for the Thanksgiving event at the same time for that event. So realistically today, normally you would say terrors were the best thing to hunt, but because of the way it's worked out today, beasts and lining them all up together, it's like a perfect storm. The rewards you can get from them as well are really good. So you see we've got lots here. We've just got another 6 feet and some 3 challenger purses and lots of other things. My auto hunt is now expired, and that'll be because I don't have any stamina up there. I'll probably see if I've got any more stamina to use. I haven't, so I'll probably stop there now. Unless I get something in one of these chests. So these challenger purses, when you open them up, we've got 24 here. And you get gems, and you get experience, and you get speed ups. So we've got a lot of speed ups today as well. We also got four lots of stamina there, which we will use, but we'll probably use that with Diana. Like I say, with it being maxed out. Hunt 2 more terrors, and that will probably do for the day. Whether we end in first is a different thing. I'm not entirely convinced we will end in first for the day. We've only got a 100k lead. That's about 3 terrors at most. By the time I've done another couple, I should finish top 3, which I'll be pretty happy with, to be honest. And like I say, that perfect storm that we've been through today, really good. We did do bear hunt earlier on. I'm looking forward to doing a bear hunt video over the next few weeks. We also have Buccaneer Bounty going on at the moment, and from the 2 chests I opened today, I got 100 pearls and a gold shard, which I was pretty happy with. Again, looking to see what maybe to do with the pearls. We'll see how many chests we open tomorrow, but I might try and get some hero gear, or I might just try and get some more widgets for Jable. Not sure yet, but if I could get enough, I would definitely love this. I mean, how cool's that? However, we're trying not to just go for aesthetically pleasing things. We're just trying to grow the account as best we can. So that's kind of where we're at with that. And that was pretty much everything I wanted to cover. So the Thanksgiving event is going on at the moment. Whether I finish in the top 3 overall, I would think is very questionable. I just wanted to highlight the fact that when these events all line up together, really cash in and use your stamina. And like I say, I've swept so much today and got sort of so many materials for governor materials and things like that without really spending a gem, which I thought was pretty cool. Just before I do go, we will go through the arena very quickly. I have got sort of 5 more challenges I wanted to do. I try to leave these as late in the day as possible, because if I end up going up into this top 10 here, I just get absolutely pummeled. But I'll do them now anyway, because it's probably worthwhile doing. I wouldn't normally do all 5 sort of the challenges on top. The reason why I am is because this one is across kingdoms and you get slightly better rewards. My only tip for this, by the way, because I only have 1 inventory on the front line currently, is make sure you line up the damage dealer, which is Chenko in this case, with Helga. It tends to take her down before the stun, so we'll have a look and see if it actually does. Put it in ×2. And Yon Wu absolutely kicks ass in arena. Like the spam that she does and just blows up the entirety of people's escorts troops. But as soon as she gets hit, it's like game over. So you just have to try and keep her alive as best you can. Nice easy win there. Generally, unless this lines up, I try and take on the highest power I can, which I think I'll win at. So I would probably try and go for someone who's up to my level of power. Trying to go beyond is a little bit more tricky. I haven't tried that, and with trying to push the arena at the moment, I probably wouldn't advise that I do that. We should actually, if we do all 5 of these challenges, have something else unlocked in the Thanksgiving event. So again, it's this chain of events really. We'll push King Mong and see if we can get a win here. We're very similar, so I'm hesitant to say we'll get a win. It depends how well I do against his backline really. So the stun's just about gone off. We might be okay here, to be honest. Yon Wu absolutely carries me in these kind of fights. Like I say, having a 5-star Diana at this stage is pretty good. I haven't got an Amadeus or anything like that, hence why my formation's the way it is. We'll just go through this next fight here. And we didn't line it up this time, but I think we'll be okay anyway. We'll just take down Chenko a little bit faster, and we still got rid of her anyway because she was lined up with Yongwoo. So I really like Yongwoo over Saul in particular. I actually think she's one of the better PvE characters that there are in the game that I've seen in sort of Generation 1. It interests me that people haven't really sort of seen before or raved about how good she is, because for me she probably should have been a gold character really, or an SSR. But we're just going to line this up, hopefully take down before the pushback. Like that, there we go, and then hopefully we should be able to take down Amadeus with Yongwoo's sort of burst attacks really. I've got a lot of spam in the back line, and it does kind of help. Appreciate that the power difference there was on my side really. So we've got all of our dailies there. I think you only do 4. I think I might be 1 short maybe, or is that 5? There you go. So we've now finished off the autumn anthems. We get a whole picture and we get some more goodies to unlock. And again, it's this chain reaction of getting everything that you can from events without really spending too much. So there, for sort of 2,000 gems, I've picked up all this stuff and all this stuff. So I can't really complain too much. So far today, I've spent 2,000 gems. I now have more gems to put back. That was from sweeping. I now have 142 item bags, which again, I can now make more food and go higher in that event and hopefully get some more governor gear and things like that. And a lot more speed ups. So days like today in this game, plan them out and cash in as best you can. Let's have a look at whether we can actually get through this chest in the event. So we can now cook this. How many can we cook? We can cook 6. Happy days. So we will submit those because they are the bonus ones for the day. And it looks like we can cook, how many of these can we do? A few of these as well. So we've got another 5 of those. This should get us another couple of chests out of this actually. So we'll see what we get from the chest. Here we go. So again, we've got from this chest for free Artisan's Vision and a Forge Hammer. I mean, you can't really complain about that as far as rewards go. I would do it again, but I'm trying to be really disciplined with this, so I can cook more stuff here. I'll just get it all cooked up and then wait for hopefully the thumbs up to be on one of these dishes that I've got saved up for tomorrow. It's a 5-day event left. It was 7 days to start with. Some people have obviously pushed this really hard and spent all their sort of resources, plus also bought some stuff. That person at the top is a big spender, to be fair. Whereas we're kind of just taking it slow and getting the extra points for it. If we can finish maybe, I don't know, top 30, I'd be pretty happy in this overall, I think. Somewhere around there. Again, more free gems. And like I say, just a case of lining those events up. And it looks like we've got more free stuff here as well. So to be fair to this game, as a game, it does try and give you a lot of stuff for free, which, you know, I respect that. It's good. We'll just go for one more beast hunt. And again, like I say, we've got a maxed out Diana. So terrors are great. With her taking the 20% stamina off. We'll just actually use a couple of these. Might as well use more really. And just do 2 of these rallies. But yeah, with her taking the 20% off for the stamina, it's great for beast hunting. And that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about today. So main message, enjoy the event and chain those kind of multiple events that you can together as best you can, and you will see your account value sort of grow really fast. Thanks for watching.